I know it's kind of early to be talking about the NFL draft, but I've got the top 5 teams right now who will be drafting in April. Mel Kiper has his top 32 college players on ESPN, so I'm just going to break down the top 5 picks, give my opinion on them, and a couple of draft scenarios as well. From what we've been hearing from the Colts, I think it's no surprise that they're going to go with Andrew Luck with their number 1 overall pick. I think it would be the best possible thing to do for the Colts organization. Peyton Manning is getting older, and no one has gotten this much hype coming out of an NFL draft as Andrew Luck has. People are talking that he's, the next John Elway or the next Peyton Manning, and if you've got the opportunity to draft a guy like this, and if you've had the opportunity with Peyton Manning for the last 12 seasons or so, why not continue that and have another 12 seasons like that? Take a shot on Andrew Luck and have him be your franchise quarterback. That first pick, I think, is very easy to make. This next pick with the Rams is honestly where a lot of different things can happen. I've got a couple teams listed down here from 6 to 10. Those are the teams they're drafting. And teams like the Jaguars, teams like the Dolphins, could possibly jump up into this number 2 spot and trade with the Rams to draft someone like a Justin Blackmon, or a Robert Griffin III, like the Dolphins. I know they need a quarterback. If they don't pull the trigger on Matt Flynn in free agency, they're going to need a quarterback. They might jump up into that number 2 spot, because the Rams, there's not a specific. They've got needs. Definitely. I mean, they're drafting number 2 overall. They've got needs, but I don't know such of a specific need. They could easily go with Justin Blackmon at wide receiver right there, with the number 2 overall. I mean, they definitely need help at wide receiver. But they brought in Brandon Lloyd from the Broncos. They drafted a couple wide receivers in the last draft, with Salas and forget the other guy's name. But I don't know if wide receiver would be the best option. And it never ever hurts to build on the offensive line either. So they could easily go with Matt Khalil, the number 2 overall prospect right now. So this pick right now is up in the air with the Rams. Number 3, the Vikings, I think, is a very easy choice to make. I think they go cornerback with Morris Claiborne out of LSU. Morris Claiborne would definitely bring help to that secondary, considering they're in a division with Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers and Jay Cutler, who will throw the ball on you. It's definitely a throwing NFC North right now. It's less of a running, except for the Vikings with Adrian Peterson. So, I mean, if you can help out Christian Ponder and that offense with some defensive help, I think you go with Morris Claiborne in the number 3 spot. Browns is an interesting pick, or number 4, because if the Rams don't go Justin Blackmon, I think he could easily fall to the Browns at number 4. They definitely need wide receiver help, and if it's not Justin Blackmon, it could be Trent Richardson. Peyton Hillis is a free agent, and I've heard a lot of bad things coming out of the Browns organization with his whole contract and him being sick or faking illness and whatnot. I don't know if they're going to re-sign Peyton Hillis, but they are also high on Montario Hardesty, so I'm not sure if they would go Trent Richardson. There's a chance they do. If not, who knows? I mean, Robert Griffin is still on the board. They're not sure where they want to go with Colt McCoy. But easily, I think Justin Blackmon would be the bright spot in the top 10 for the Browns to draft. And then the Buccaneers, I think they could also go with Drake Kirkpatrick, who actually just declared for the draft today. They could also use cornerback help. Rondé Barber, I'm not sure how long he's going to be playing for. He's getting older. In the previous 2 drafts, I know the Buccaneers have drafted heavy on the defensive line. And I'm not sure if the offense, they haven't been looking too good this last season with a 4-12 season, but the offense, I can definitely see there's bright spots on that offense. Defense, I mean, you could give them Drake Kirkpatrick, that cornerback spot, and improve on that defense in the secondary. A couple other teams down here, you can't probably read them, but you got the Redskins. I think if Robert Griffin III is on the board at number 6, no doubt in my mind he will fall to the Redskins. Jaguars, if for some reason Justin Blackmon falls to number 7, he'll go to the Jaguars. Not a doubt in my mind he won't. Now you got the Panthers and the Dolphins at 8 and 9. They're going to have to determine who drafts first on a coin flip. But Panthers and Dolphins is tough. The Panthers' offense has been looked very much improved with Cam Newton. But I'm not sure. I mean, they were having a rough time on defense this year due to injury. I'm not sure what direction they'd want to take in the first pick. So I'm not really sure with the Panthers. The Dolphins definitely need a quarterback. The Dolphins might be one of those teams that trade up with the Rams or somebody up here to try and get Robert Griffin III before the Redskins do. And then you got the Bills, who are really, really bad on run defense, so they might go with a defensive end. I haven't really mentioned Quinton Coples. But I'm not sure if he'd fall all the way down to 10. That would be, I think that would be a steal for the Bills. I know they went with Marcel Darius last year with that number 2 pick overall. But their run defense was hurting all season long. And if it's not a defensive end, they might very well go with a linebacker. So I don't know about those Bills. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that's just a little early draft. Video I thought I'd make. Been looking at what people have been saying, opinions. Those are my opinions. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and there should be more to come. So I'll catch you guys later.